Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spagnuolo Mazda, live from Long Island, New York, where the market behaved sort of okay today. I mean, it didn't finish horrible. Maybe I'm just getting inured to all the downside.
I almost broke even. I'm a little red, but I almost broke even.
Yeah, same here. It wasn't a horrible day.
I think the market is like hitting the bottom like this.
I think you're right. Do that again. I don't know what that is.
Selling, selling. Oh, what's the
I don't know
comment?
what that is, but
Like it's hit the bottom and it's bouncing off the bottom.
I don't know what that is, but here it comes again.
No, there's a lot of those jokes.
Yeah. All right, so we got our friends here, Night 2, Linus, Andrew, and others coming on. So yeah, I think I want to talk about the what I believe is going to be the hot biotech area of 2023, and that's
You give up on 2022?
no,
You give up already?
The third half hasn't happened yet.
I don't give up on it. But January 2nd is the PDUFA date for biib's next entry into the Alzheimer's drugs.
Okay.
And I think it'll be approved. And I think it'll give all the whole sector a shot in the arm. If you want to call it a sector, I don't know. There's a handful of stocks. I listed them. What did I list today? Biogen, Lilly's, sava, anvs, prta, anvs, and Longeveron, and probably ACIU. It could be added to that list. I don't know any others offhand. I'm sure there are.
I had one called Immune, but I don't think it's doing much in that space.
Well, I think it's still in it. I know they had a failure. I know that.
Right.
They had a failure, but they're still in it. They're not doing much in any space, I don't think. It may not be the creme de la creme of AD plays, but it should be included probably.
Yeah, looking at their website, they seem more like a cancer play.
Oh, okay. Andrew's talking about ACIU.
They have neuroinflammation. I guess that's the one for Alzheimer's, for psychiatric symptoms of Alzheimer's patients.
There's another one, bivi. I never heard of that one. Well, we could look at that.
Busy, okay.
I'm only going to look at the technicals, not the fundamentals anyway. I think most people know the fundamentals.
Sure. If it pays off, it'll pay off big. If it doesn't pay off, it won't.
It's funny about Biogen. Last time they got a drug approved for AD, I knew it was a terrible drug. Everyone knew it was a terrible drug.
Right.
The advisory committee knew it was a terrible drug. They recommended against it, and the FDA approved it. And I think that you're going to see something very similar on January 2nd.
Hey, who do they know?
I don't know who they know, but I don't think anybody's using that terrible drug.
Right.
Because it causes the brain to swell, it causes bleeding, and the same terrible side effects are present in the new drug that they're partnering with. What's the name of that company? Eisai? I can't even say it. I don't know. Sounds like a Japanese company or something. Probably.
We have not given up on Sava Night 2.
Sava is the head of the rest of the pack.
Yes, that's our favorite.
No, Lilly is.
Lilly's been in it all along. Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna have their drug will get approved too because they're
Probably
Lilly.
Lilly's, at least maybe not now, but Lilly was expensive around that time.
Yeah, and we should have bought it. It's expensive or not because it's more expensive now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Should have, could have, would have.
Exactly.
Lilly has been a marvelous company though. Too bad I don't own it. No, and I too. I haven't given up on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that.
Sava, Novus, and Anavex are my three holdings.
Yeah, Lilly would have been nice to have.
So, any catalyst coming up with Anavex?
Anavex, yeah, they're going to have results. I forget. My mind isn't what it used to be. My memory isn't what it used to be. But they're going to have results of phase 2A, phase 2A/3, phase 2B/3, 2B/3. Results of that, I don't know, soon, I guess. Pretty soon. I don't know exactly. Again, I'd have to look it up. I'm going to look at the charts today.
Right.
I'm not really prepared to talk too much fundamentals. But I do know that the Biogen drug is January 2nd PDUFA, right at the beginning of the year, and that'll give the whole group a shot in the arm. I think. Snap earnings disappoint. Meta was strong early, then died. Yeah, Meta, as Professor Spike says, he wouldn't touch Meta with a 10-foot pole.
No, I will not. Like I said, I wouldn't buy Meta with your money.
Yeah. Well, I paraphrased it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a very strong conviction. There.
Because I'm actually even paraphrasing myself from what I originally said.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's look at the charts, right?
Yep.
Before we do that, Yankees, Houston tonight. Who do you like?
Yankees.
Who do I like?
Who do you think will win tonight's game at Houston?
The smoke team or the cheating team?
I'm going to go with the
Let
Yankees.
me decide. Which one do I want to win?
Yankees tonight. All right, I'd probably get odds. I'm going to play the Yankees tonight.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, they're still in Houston, but that didn't mean anything yesterday.
Well, they got beat yesterday, but they didn't get killed.
No, it was the end. I know. It was just a bad ending for them.
It's always a bad ending when you lose.
Yeah, go figure.
Football is like it's one sport that's never over. You shut the dial if I'm winning.
Right.
Turn it off the set. Makes me crazy, football.
Yeah, tonight's game doesn't look like it's going to be very compelling.
Who's playing tonight?
You'll have to check. Whoever it was boring. I'll tell you right now.
You want to remove our pictures so we get bigger charts?
Okay.
Oh, you're going to do that? You're not going to get to look at my pretty face?
I just want to see the charts.
I lost weight, so I'd be more attractive on.
Should I look at the cues? The cues kind of weak, but I don't know. This is on the weekly. Let's look at the daily. I wasn't going to look at these things, but a quick peek. We got to get through this descending trend line, you know. I drew a descending trend line in here. I got to get through that. You also got to get through the Tuesday high of 277 before you can get excited. But you know, really, I'm not getting excited until we go past 284. With a close above 284, I'm getting excited. Till then, forget it.
Yeah.
Don't mean a thing at this point. So let's click that off. Like I said, I wasn't going to talk about the averages, but they're convenient. The Dow is very interesting because you have that clear-cut double bottom, right? You see the double bottom on the Dow.
It doesn't look like a direct road straight down.
No, it looks at this point like if it closes right around where we're trading, above that line that I drew, that would be very bullish because we have a double top as well. You see where you see the double top?
Mm.
Double top from 10.5 and 10.14. So you have this trading range that's clear cut on the Dow, 28,660 to 30,428. A close above the 30, the 20, a close above the 30,428, and I think we're in like Flynn. And we're very close to that. You know, a nice close, let's say up around the high of today even, 30,822. You give me a close like that and I'll be very happy on the Dow. I think we could be off to the races.
I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow.
All the doom and gloom, man, they're all saying, you know, 320. It's like they all have one voice. That makes me think that we probably have bottomed already. But then they echo each other. But we haven't entered a recession yet. Jamie Dimon bullshit, you know?
Right. Well, not official.
What they don't realize.
You can only tell once it's over anyway.
People
Sort of like an orgasm.
It amazes me how people can't remember that the economy is one thing, the stock market is another thing, and they're not related. I mean, they're related, but when the economy is bad, the market is often good. When the economy is good, the market is often bad, as now. The economy has been great since January, hasn't it?
It's a mixed bag, in my opinion.
Yes, got president, yeah.
It's been really good, the economy. Jobs have been amazing, and the stock market has been really, really bad. And if the economy does enter a recession, you'll see the market zoom. So people get mixed up.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It's not the same thing. The economy is one thing. The stock market.
They draw false equivalences, and the media doesn't help that, especially not the news media.
And I mean, you want to say that the stock market is forward reading, maybe that's the story. So, you know, they're looking 6 to 9 months ahead. By that time, we'll be out of the recession that we haven't been in yet. And so it's time for the market to go up.
Mm.
Whatever story you want to say, just remember the economy and the stock market are not the same thing.
Yeah, well, it would be nice to draw a juxtaposition just to see if one lags the other.
Presumably, the stock market is forward-looking.
Gotcha.
Presumably. Anyway, I'm happy with this picture of the Dow. You know, it's up around the higher end of its trading range. Push through it, and I think we go from 50%, like 55% likelihood that the bottom is in, to 75% that the bottom is in. And I was at 90% on the day of this huge green candle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were effluent.
10:13. I was saying 90% chance.
Abusive.
I thought it was 100% chance, really, but I've been sobered since then. All right. Take a look at. I don't know why I have Ethereum up. This is in a dull trading range, but I like stocks charts like this because you don't have to have much of a brain. You just wait for it to break one way or the other.
And at least it's not going down.
Yeah, and also, you know, it's telling you above the line, buy, below the line, sell. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a genius on stocks like this, charts like this. IWM, talking about.
Yeah, this one's driving me nuts.
Yeah, talking about trading ranges, right? Well, one thing, you have a triple bottom. Look at this bottom from 616. At least a triple, maybe a quadruple bottom. The bottom has been established on this guy. 162. Look at it. Makes me, the Dow and the IWM makes me convinced that more and more convinced that the odds are that we made the bottom already. You have to break 177.25 Professor Spike on this.
Right.
And then this chart is not quite as good as the Dow, but it looks very much like it, you know, in some respects. Okay. What else do I have? I don't know why I have BCRX up. I wasn't going to discuss it. But this one, I've been saying all along, break 15, it's going to 18. So I think it's just going to 18 regardless. I think this bottom is good.
You
Well,
still think it's going to happen this year, or are you writing off
I
this
still
year?
think, yeah, there's a pretty good chance. You get a strong November, December to end the year, yeah. I think this goes to 18, Kamal. I really do. I think 12 is the absolute bottom on this. Again, I was looking at a lot of different stocks for myself. I was looking at Editas. Looks like it's really trying to bottom here. It certainly looks like it's in the bottoming process that Professor Spike talks about.
Yeah.
So let's hope. It's part of that group of gene editing stocks that have gotten killed recently. The spiders, I don't know. I was fooling around with these fib numbers.
You're looking weekly at this point. So
Let's just undraw it. Yeah, this is on the weekly. But the thing I like about the weekly is the 200-day moving average. It's moving up and it's offering support. And the only time it broke below the 200-day in recent years was only for a few weeks. And otherwise, the 2018 low was put in right at the 200. So I think there's a great chance that from the weekly that the spiders have bottomed. From the daily, you have a double bottom, right? Double bottom on the daily.
mm.
And well, I guess it's a double bottom.
That's starting to look like a little bit more like the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Still better because it's not like shooting straight down.
Right. So now I wanted to look in order according to what I wrote. BIIB.
Okay. Actually, Rishi Sunak also said APTX is going to have some good news regarding Parkinson's.
Regarding what?
Parkinson's.
Oh yeah, APTX.
Mm-hmm.
I will look at that too. Biogen down $1.80 on the day. Came down. Let's look at the weekly. Just curious. Came down from the day. I guess this is the day that the drug got approved. 468 that day. Incredible, right? 468 on that news. The day before it closed at 286. So it went up 200 points. Doubled on that.
Yeah, that was some day.
Crazy for a company with a large market cap like Biogen to double.
Yeah.
Shows you how much of a market there is for Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I was happy to be an owner that day.
Yeah.
And I was happy to no longer be an owner the day after.
Yeah. Oh, you got out at the right time.
Because I didn't trust it.
This was a very big candle also from 4 days ago. I guess that was the news of the January 2nd PDUFA, right?
Yeah, all of a sudden there was a resurgence in optimism.
Yeah, Monday. Must have been Monday that news broke.
Right.
That they're going to have a PDUFA January 2nd. The data was pretty good. I don't know how they could say it's pretty good data when 12% of the patients have brain swelling and hemorrhaging. Does that make sense?
Well, I guess you have to crack a couple of eggs if you want to make an omelet.
Oh, man. It's ridiculous, I think. And the gains, they're talking about 27%, but I heard experts poo-poo the relative importance of the cognitive gains. They're not really that great. All right. So Biogen, from a fundamental point of view, I don't like it. But from the fact that PDUFA January 2nd, I think will most likely get approved, I think I'm looking to get in on halfway down this green candle.
Hmm.
So for me, I see it as a trading opportunity. And if not for the January 2nd PDUFA, I wouldn't touch it. So if you think that's going to get voted down, don't touch it. I'm thinking it'll be accepted for the similar reasons the last one was.
I agree.
Okay, next up on the hit list is Sava, I think. No, Lilly. Lilly is, I think, mid 23.
Unbelievable. This
We're
chart.
looking at a readout of their phase 3 data sometime in 2023. I think early. I don't remember, early, mid. So the chart is phenomenal. The company is great. They got many, many drugs, of course. But the Alzheimer's drug will be the icing on the cake if they get approved. And I think they will also get approved because they're Lilly. So I think this 2023 is going to be very exciting for Alzheimer's drugs. If you get Biogen approved, then Lilly approved, or the likelihood of approval for Lilly, it's going to go crazy. Alzheimer's drugs stocks for 2023. Beautiful ascending trend line. Okay, the next one was Sava. I think there's little or no doubt as to its legitimacy at this point, but they're way behind in terms of approval. They're way behind Biogen and Sava, that is. I mean, Lilly. So with that in mind, you got to keep the explosive nature of this stock in mind. Unlike Lilly, which is a multi-billion, how many $billion market cap? 80? I mean,
Yeah, the thing is, when they have really, really good news, it's diluted by the size of the company.
yeah, whereas
Sava has really, really good news. It's going to make a really big difference.
that's right. And you couldn't have said it any better. I couldn't have said it any better. That's exactly right. So if their phase 3, if they get some interim data on their phase 3 and it's good, together with the excitement that Biogen and Lilly is going to generate, this thing is going to the moon. Of course, that's if, you know.
Right.
I believe the data will read out good, but who knows? Our opinions are strictly our own, after all, and not investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Do your own due diligence. So please subscribe to the channel. This is the time when we stop and we say, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Tell all your friends about us because we're really smart fellows. 3 smart fellows. They felt smart.
Handsome, but you wouldn't know it. That picture's gone. So, all right, we've been friends with this one for a while. Which are the ones that you mentioned?
Anvs is next.
Novus.
By the way, I sold Sava near 50 a couple of weeks ago.
Sava?
Yeah,
When was this?
Looks like a good move, but buy some back
a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
buy some back at 30. All right, here we go.
No, I bought Apple with it, and then Apple tanked.
Yeah, there you go.
There's always there's 2 parts
The
there.
market giveth and the market taketh away.
Yeah. I think we bottomed here. We bottomed here at $8, and we're moving on up. How far up? You know, it depends on the Parkinson's study because that's way before the Novus. I mean the Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's phase 3 hasn't begun yet. The Parkinson's has begun. I think they dosed. I don't know if they dosed the first patient, but they're enrolling.
When is the next catalyst on this one?
The next catalyst would be the end of phase 3.
Next night.
They have to enroll everybody, and they have to keep them there for 6 months. So I guess by the end of the year, by the end of 23, right? You should have the Parkinson's study results, phase 3 data.
End of next year, you mean?
I guess so, right? Let's say it takes 6 more months to enroll.
Third half is going to start very soon.
Yeah, but definitely by the end of next year. Definitely.
You see that hand gesture I made in the beginning? That graph looks like it, right?
What's that?
Right, the little sailing across the bottom.
What is there across the
The
bottom?
hand gesture I made
The
in the
hand
beginning.
gesture you made. Not the one he made to you before.
Oh, it's bouncing off the bottom.
It suggested THX.
It's also moving up with each bounce. It's heading in the right direction. It's bouncing in the right direction. It's like I think we're moving on up. This is the weekly. Let's look at the daily. I think you can see more clearly the good positive momentum on this one on the daily. I know we walked down from the highs of $24. That was upon the excitement of the start of the phase 3 trial.
Yeah, I think any good news on this one makes it jump like.
Yeah, I think what's the market cap on this one? 100 million?
Yeah, it's very low.
It's very low. So I think sava is 1.5 billion. This is 100 million. So
Yeah.
of course they're not doing AD trial yet. They're doing Parkinson's. But AD has been approved by the FDA, phase 3. So they could start at any time. And when they announce that they're starting it, you'll get another pop. The chart doesn't say much, but I like this one long term. What else?
You said you would do anvs.
We did this just recently because I had news. I guess the news was on this day, 10/17, and it's come back down a little, but it's supported by the 12-day moving average. And we're kissing the 50 is kissing the 100 right now.
Well, that's good.
I mean, again, you have at least you have a nice upward trend line. A clear-cut upward trend line. So it looks good. I mean, this looks really good. Novus looks really good. Sava looks really good to me. Lilly and Biogen. Biogen looks better than Lilly because it's got lower market cap. And I didn't take a look at the market caps on them. Do you have it handy? BIIB and Lilly?
I'll have it in a sec.
Lilly is probably the biggest, or definitely the biggest. Meanwhile, let's do Longevron.
Yeah. So Biogen has a market capitalization of 38 billion.
Wow.
Lilly has got to be double that.
And so Lilly has a market cap of 312 billion.
Wow. So the Alzheimer's drug will not have the impact. Yeah, but it will have the impact on Biogen.
Well, it just means that, Lilly's something you should just own and own it forever.
Yeah, probably. Longeveron looks like it's formed a bottom down here. This one I think is in phase 2 on their Alzheimer's, roughly. I think they're starting phase 2. They're in phase 2. I don't remember. phase 2 sounds right. And they've been falling since way back here. So I think this is a good time to buy it and hold it. You're getting a bargain. The stock's on sale. And who knows which one was the ultimate winner, for Alzheimer's.
Do you want to look at APTX?
Yeah, APTX.
Are you familiar with this one?
No. Parkinson's play?
Presumably.
Don't know. I don't know this. I don't know
You
this.
know, this is what Rishi says. If he says any follow-up or she says anything follow-up, I'll let you know.
It's trading. It's in oversold territory. It's pretty much at the low, I think, of the year. Yeah, look, from judging
It's not a very. It was 18 million market cap. It's not a very big company.
Yeah. Well, if they have anything at all, it's going to be a phenomenal gainer if they have anything at all. I mean, the chart doesn't tell me anything.
No, not right now.
No, but I'm going to look at it because
The chart doesn't look good at all.
I will look into it because I'm interested in all the Parkinson's plays.
Yeah. Now the other one was the one I was telling you about. Immune.
What about PRTA? We had
Right,
some
okay.
Prothena. I guess they had good news on ALS or something. But the Alzheimer's, I think, is only phase 1 or 2. They got a ways to go.
And Andrew Chow said to look at Bivi, BIVI. After this.
BIVI?
VI. Yeah, that was what he talked about a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Well, this one's a lot more promising, certainly.
Yeah,
Andrew.
it's got a nice upward trend line.
Yeah, he said he's still bag holding ACIU, but he added to Bivi.
Uh-huh. It's got a nice upward trend line, and it looks like it's taking off recently. Yeah, chart looks nice on this one. I'll have to look this one up. Again, I don't know anything about the fundamentals.
Yeah.
But the chart is nice. And what was the other one? ACIU?
Yeah, ACIU.
They're in early phase 1 or something. And Alzheimer's. But also the trend line is starting to form. It looks like we're in an ascending triangle here. The chart, we're forming a pennant here, and which way it breaks out, I don't know. So we're definitely forming a pennant, and more recently you got it this way too. Pick your poison, up or down.
Well,
I would say up.
according to the fundamentals, that's an upward.
I would say up. I think we're back. Could break out north of this, and it could happen soon because these two lines come together. 1026. Today is 1020. So this could be a breakout next week to the upside. Good luck to anybody who owns this one because it looks like it's ready to do something.
We still
Do we have any other symbols, or that's it?
I was looking at INMB in Immune.
INM.
B.
B is in boy.
B is in boy. Now this one, it's been disappointing, but it looks like, it's trying to come back off just like the rest of them.
This also has an Alzheimer's play.
Yes, Alzheimer's / Parkinson's play.
I have to look at these. And this one is trading range over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But before that, it was trading above it. So I want to see it break this $8 level. And then it looks like it could be taken seriously with a potential run back to the highs at 11. But it's got to show me more. $8 got to come
Yeah,
out.
no, you're not looking back far enough in terms of that because even that's a relative low.
I'm sure. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
This one really collapsed. Must have reverse split and everything at one point because I'm sure it didn't come down from. What was the high on this one?
$30, yeah.
Well, maybe it came down from 30 without reverse splitting. This might be a good one.
Well, that's right. If there's something there fundamentally, if you're worth looking at the fundamentals.
The problem with bio is that bio takes so long. Your timing has to be so good.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for today. We looked at all the AD plays, the ones we know about anyway. Thank you all, and good luck trading, and we'll see you next week, right?
Have a good one. Yeah, we'll see you.
Ciao, everybody.